Hi, I'm Lisa Sarjays, author of Diary of a Fat Girl, How I Lost 140 Pounds, Overcame Binge Eating Disorder, and Learned to Love Myself After Weight Loss Surgery. So this is day 14. That's 2 weeks of coming to the gym every day for the purpose of getting my spirit back. Today's topic is about changing your body and changing your life. And if you read my book and follow me on social media, I talk about how people treat you better when you're thinner or lighter. Thin privilege is real. Go look it up. Fat prejudice is real. Just walk outside the door as a fat person and you'll see. But that's not quite what I'm talking about here. Change your body, change your life. Your problems don't go away once you lose the weight. I lost half of my goal weight and kept most of it off. I'm still fat, but I've overcome a lot of ailments and illnesses, and I'm stronger than I was. But I tend to get into these movement slumps where I don't want to move. I'm actually editing the book From Wheelchair to Warrior, my second book. Spent 2 years in a wheelchair. It's an interesting story. One of the themes is about, I thought losing 140 pounds would solve all my problems, and it didn't. I also do a lot of self-blaming in this book. It might be triggering for some, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not finished. I blogged every day for 10 years, and I'm turning the blogs into books so people can read them based on the subject matter. You know, the last one was about my first year after weight loss surgery, Diary of a Fat Girl, and it goes into my childhood and eating disorders. This one is about seeking your best health and getting out of the self-blame cycle. I kept blaming myself for not having a good enough attitude when I was in that wheelchair for 2 years. It's so hard to read. But I noticed that after the first year and a half, gung-ho, going to the gym 6 days a week, yeah, punch the sun. I saw that in a cartoon once. It's so funny. Yeah, I was punching the sun, and I collapsed. Anemia, osteoarthritis, major depression, all these things will knock you down. Ooh, there's businessmen next to me. Can you see them? They're not looking at me. So, what's going to change? Because people will say, well, you have to have a goal. Yeah, my goal is to get to the gym for 30 days. This is day 14. I'm halfway there and I'm happy. But what about your body? What's your body goal? Range of motion? Movement? Being able to move? Blood circulation? I've been in a mopey slump for almost 2 years now, ever since the bleed out at Zinberger. After a that wasn't routine colonoscopy. I don't go for those. I was severely anemic. I was down to a 5. Between 11 and 13 is your normal level for red blood cells. I was down to 5. The doctor asked me, did you drive yourself here? So they were looking for an internal bleed to explain, my severe anemia. First, they put blood back into me. Got me kind of up to a 9, feeling kind of normal. Had the colonoscopy looking for an internal bleed. They found none, but when they clipped that polyp out of me, and I got scolded, it's like, it was the size of your thumb. I'm like, I didn't tell it to grow that way. The stitch broke, and I started hemorrhaging. And collapsed on the floor of a Zinberger. It was after dinner, though, so I'm glad I got my meat in. My red meat. Oh, Lord. And I've been very draggy since then. Yes, they put the blood back into me, got me up to a 9 again. 11's normal. I'm still draggy. I haven't wanted to move. Well, guess what happens when you don't move? Did you know that you can develop tendinitis and or bursitis from not moving? Yeah, that happened. It's just so ironic. It's like I'm trying to play it safe. I don't want to hurt anymore. And yeah, I was inflamed. Things are getting better. They're actually improving here with this movement, and I'm doing it very, very gently. Look, I mean, I can get all the way back here. It's going very well. But I know that I didn't want to move because I was in pain. And rereading, my 2008, 2009 blogs, of course I didn't want to move. I was in so much pain and in denial of it. Well, I don't deserve to be in pain. I'm still heavy. Come on. Your worth is not determined by your weight. I wish I could go back in time and say, honey, pay attention to your body. What do you feel? What do you feel? No, in your body. What do you feel, Lisa? And I probably would have had to do a lot of concentrating to give you an answer. Now, I know how I feel. My ankle's killing me. It's time to consider custom orthotics for the pronation. I was in a lot of pain, in my shoulders and over here, this area, the shoulder cuff, soft tissue that gets irritated there, and, bicep tendon, all kinds of things. I feel it. And I thought resting was going to help, and it just didn't. Things are getting worse. So we're getting worse. In 14 days, believe me, some changes are happening. I'm feeling so much better, just getting blood flow to the area. Riding that recumbent bike. So when people talk about movement and exercise, and they talk about, changing and goals and things like that, your goal can be to feel better. You know that, right? Your goal can be to feel better. Well, it has to be measurable. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would like to feel better. There's your goal. Be careful about talking to fitness people about this stuff. They might not get it. I'm not talking to fitness people. I am talking to people like me with chronic pain, inflammation, depression, overcoming eating disorders. Come on. We're different, and we deserve a certain and a special level of care, targeted care and compassion. It's important for you to be kind to yourself and set a goal to feel better. I don't know what's going to make you feel better. I know movement is healthy. I know stretching. Oh, this is my angel. That's me. I can't angle it right. It's me as a little girl. It's a reminder to love myself, to love my inner child. But reminders don't work unless you look. So I gotta look and be mindful. The stretching is easier. I feel better, and that is amazing. So that is a reasonable and good goal. You want to move somehow, some way to feel better. Change your body, change your life. Yeah, being in chronic pain makes you not want to move. It makes the simplest tasks such a huge effort, and it makes you not want to do stuff, and you don't even quite can put your finger on why you don't want to move, and why you don't want to do stuff, and why you don't want to leave the house, and why it hurts to walk, and why you don't want to go to the mall, and why when somebody invites you somewhere, you're filled with dread because you don't know if the chairs will be comfortable, if you'll be able to walk, or, and you might not be able to put your finger on it because you feel so guilty, like you're indulging yourself by being considerate of your pain and comfort level. When you're more free of pain, you're more free to move. You'll do more, you'll feel better, you'll be happier. At least that's what I'm observing. So, be kind to your body, be kind to your mind, be kind to your heart. Do things with the goal of feeling better. I give you radical permission to do things with a goal of feeling better. I'll see you tomorrow for day 15. Hit that like button.